forgot to light my incense.
Hey, can you sit still?
I know, you want to be on the rug, not on me. There we go. It's Alirien, and today we are doing our 12 Western Zodiac horoscope tarot readings for the season of Ostara. If I timed this properly, this video has been posted on March 20th, which is officially the start of spring. It is the spring equinox, and it is the Sabbath day Ostara, which marks the beginning of spring. The earth has come alive and awake again, and the flora are blooming, the fauna are active and coming out of hibernation, and it's a wonderful time for us as well to start working toward our goals again and work toward the harvest that hopefully will be ready in the fall. As I said, these will cover the 12 Western zodiac signs, as all of my tarot reading videos have. Because Ostara is on the 20th, we will be starting with Aries and working all the way forward through the wheel to Pisces. We will follow the same format we always have: 3 cards out of my oldest friend, my classic Waite-Smith tarot deck, and 1 card out of the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. This is the guidebook for that. As far as the Waite-Smith, you can find references for those cards all over the place. It's a very well-known history of how this deck came into being, and this is the deck of cards that has inspired so many other versions of the tarot. This is kind of the bread and butter of tarot readers, if you will. This is the best place to start if you want to get into tarot reading yourself. I have some lovely incense going. This is actually one called Vampire Queen that I got at a shop called Vamp Fangs in Boston 2 years ago at this point. Wow, that's so weird. I also have some jasmine, Nile lotus, and lavender set aside to switch out every now and then. And I am just drinking water out of my cup. But yeah, let's get started with a shuffle and get right into these readings. Oh, also, I'm very, very excited. You will have all seen by now, if you follow me anywhere on social media, including here on YouTube, that I passed 100 subscribers! Yay! It happened like the last Saturday of February. I'm looking at my calendar, I'm trying to think. The 25th of February, which is super exciting. Actually, when it happened, one of my friends in the room was like, hey, guess what? You've got 101, and went and subscribed to my channel because he realized he hadn't yet. So yeah, we're at 100 subscribers, and by the time this goes out, it'll be almost over. But through April 1st, if you are a Coven member on my Patreon page at the incense tier, that's the $5 tier or higher, because I published 2 new tiers, then you have the power to vote on what you would like to see in terms of a video to celebrate reaching 100 subscribers. And now the next goal is 250. So hopefully we can reach 250 by the end of the year. I think we can totally do it, especially because I've been actually really on the ball. Knock on wood, this is my altar too, so it's extra powerful. I've been really on top of things with editing and getting things out consistently. Yeah, 100 subscribers, that's super exciting, and I'm very close to 500 on my Instagram. Still sitting at about 75 on Facebook, but yeah. Anyway, housekeeping out of the way, let's start shuffling and start with our Aries reading. I forgot to mention in the beginning, so I'm filming this at the end and we'll splice it in at the beginning, but as with all of my tarot videos and tarot readings, if you've been here a while, you know at this point what I'm about to say, but for those of you who are new, take what resonates and leave the rest. Aries has pulled for the season of Ostara the World in the bottom of the deck, your main spread, 6 of Pentacles, the inverted Empress, the inverted 3 of Cups. And for your oracle cards, 2 came out at once: Prosperity Begins and Wisdom. There's a give and take a little bit here. We do have the World in the bottom of the deck, which signifies a completion of something and something coming to wholeness, coming to an end. And with that, of course, a door is opening to something new for you, Aries. The 6 of Pentacles is generosity. It's you being in a position to be able to give to and help others because you are secure enough that you are able to give to others and help with other causes and other problems, which is fantastic. And the Prosperity Begins card goes hand in hand with that. You have reached a point of enough prosperity where you are comfortable. So some of your attention should be turned to other things. Wisdom also kind of goes with that. The Wisdom card in this Oracle deck goes in tandem with the Hierophant from the classic tarot a bit. There's a sense of you needing to turn to a teacher or you needing to teach something. And I think with the Six of Pentacles in mind, I think it's a thing of you needing to help someone else learn something, whatever it may be, for whatever reason. The inverted Empress represents dependence, smothering, or emptiness in some way. I think there is a risk of becoming too dependent on something, or perhaps someone that you would help with the Six of Pentacles and this Wisdom card may become too dependent on you. That's what I'm leaning toward here in terms of what you need to be wary of. So just make sure that whomever you help, they all understand your boundaries, and do not allow yourself to be tempted to let those boundaries be crossed by yourself or anyone else. You cannot help people if you become burned out. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So take care of yourself and your boundaries and make sure you are not giving more than you are actually comfortable and able to do so. The inverted Three of Cups is a herd mentality, a solitude, or a conformity. I think there's a caution here as well with the inverted Three of Pentacles to make sure you are in fact thinking for yourself as much as possible. Be assured that you have reached a secure enough point that you are urged to help those that you are able. Just be mindful that they are not trying to take too much from you and that you are not giving more than you need to. And make sure that it is you who is ultimately making the decision of who to help, how, and why, not everyone else around you swaying your decisions on this. You need to be able to think for yourself and be your own person. Taurus, you've ended up with 2 extra cards in your main spread because several of them jumped at once. Your bottom card of the deck is the inverted Hierophant, and your main spread is Wheel of Fortune, inverted Six of Swords, the Emperor, inverted Four of Wands, and inverted Seven of Wands. You also have for your Oracle deck Crown Chakra. Crown Chakra is your topmost one. Technically it's right above your head, but most people will interact with the crown of their head in order to do anything with it. It is tied to your thought, your knowledge, and your higher, more spiritually linked wisdom. It is the connection between you and the physical and you and other spirits in the metaphysical. So there is a need to renew your connection with the spiritual, the metaphysical, the divine, however you want to call it. The inverted Hierophant points to essentially a breaking of the mold. It's rebellion or subversiveness, or essentially thinking outside of the box or taking a new approach. You are urged to do so. Something about how you've been going about your life needs a change. Wheel of Fortune mostly is a reminder of how everything in life is cyclical. Everything constantly is moving. Nothing is truly granted except that nothing is granted. Does that make sense? Like fate and the wills of the universe are ever moving and ever changing. Your life may be in a good spot right now, so Wheel of Fortune is reminding you that things could turn sooner than you expect, so be prepared for the things that could go wrong. Likewise, if things aren't going so great, they could turn for the better pretty soon. Inverted Six of Swords, there is some sort of unresolved issues or emotional baggage that you are holding on to. You are resisting some sort of change. You can't resist change forever, because that is one of the things that the Wheel of Fortune points to. Change is going to happen whether you're ready for it or not, so you may as well just take a breath and go with it. The Emperor is authority. He is control. He's often considered a fatherly figure, otherwise a masculine energy that is in charge of something. He is stern, wise, and understanding, and represents structure, stability, and rule of thought over the heart. So it's structure. It's not an authority to be scoffed at, but rather one that actually does what it's supposed to and keeps things running smoothly. It's an authority figure or a structure, a foundational figure that is able to mesh pure logic with emotional heart and find the best solutions for dealing with whatever comes at you in life. Likely, I think he might represent a figure in your life who embodies that, or some aspect of yourself that you are going to need to rely on right now. The inverted Four of Wands is a lack of communication, instability, or a home conflict, and the Seven of Wands inverted is giving up, no confidence, feeling overwhelmed. Something is going on with your home life that has affected you emotionally. It's made it difficult to communicate. You've lost all of your confidence and you're feeling horrendously overwhelmed by it. Something about this situation, Taurus, needs to change. At the very least, you need to approach something differently. Some sort of change is on the horizon. I don't know what sort, but know that you are not going to be stuck in your current situation forever. You need some time to rebuild your confidence. You need some time to approach communication and this conflict differently. And you need time to process whatever you're still holding on to that's preventing you from moving forward and starting fresh and moving into the next things in your life. And very much so, as part of this, you need to reconnect with your spiritual practices, whatever they may be, whatever you believe. You need to take time to care for yourself on a spiritual level, because I think you are so overwhelmed and burned out of what's been happening that you're just not taking good enough care of yourself, and your spirit is starting to break as well. Take the time to do that. Call on the parts of yourself represented by the Emperor, or look to the person that you feel the Emperor represents to aid you and provide some structure that you can lean on as you navigate this whole situation. And again, just hold on to the hope and the knowledge that this too will pass, and you will be okay on the other side. You will be stronger for having survived it. You will be wiser for having learned how to deal with it. Gemini, you have pulled for the bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. Your main spread consists of the inverted Moon, the Page of Swords, the inverted Six of Wands, and the World. Your oracle card is Temptation. The Five of Pentacles is some sort of need, poverty, insecurity, oftentimes can also represent a law. Being that it's pentacles, this is going to be something career or finances or otherwise material stability and resource related. The inverted Moon is some sort of delusion or confusion, fear, or misinterpretation of something. There's been a blurring of lines, essentially. The Page of Swords is curiosity, restlessness, and your mental energy. Swords, of course, being logic and mind driven. Someone embarking on a new idea or a mental adventure, full of enthusiasm and good cheer, eager to share and discuss thoughts and plans for what can be. The inverted Six of Wands is a self-doubt, a lack of recognition, or a punishment in some way. And the World, as with Aries, is some sort of completion or fulfillment or something coming to fruition. With that, some sort of a new beginning on the other side relatively soon. The Temptation card from the Oracle deck is in tandem with the Devil card from the Standard Tarot, in that it's some sort of dependency or addiction or otherwise self-sabotaging behavior. There's something that you are indulging in, particularly something of the material world and its pleasures, that because you're indulging in it so much, you are holding yourself back from any sort of accomplishment, any sort of growth. Something that you want or need is being kept away from you by your own actions alone because you keep turning to this instead. So obviously that in particular needs to be addressed, and I have a feeling that this and the Moon are pointing to the same sort of situation. You could have turned to it. The Moon and the Temptation cards could be direct response from whatever sort of loss or lack that you seem to be facing in this Five of Pentacles, because this is the overarching theme. Gemini is missing something. For one, I think you need to remember that you're not actually having to face all of this alone. Five of Pentacles also tells you that there is help available if you acknowledge and turn to it and ask for it. There's probably someone in your life who could very well help you, and it might be someone that this Page of Swords represents. Someone who's eager and optimistic and of sound mind and great at thinking of new ideas and helping you think through problems, whatever they may be. But I think that you also, I'm going to take the World here as pointing out that you are almost to the end of dealing with whatever has led you to this lack and this dependence or addiction, whatever it may be, this confusion, the lack, the self-doubt. A lot of this is just your current mental state, I think. And these cards seem to very simply put it that you need to remember that you're not alone. There are friends and family around you who probably see what you're going through and want to help, but they're not sure if they should. There's always that idea of you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. People may be holding off on trying to say or do anything to help you because they're afraid that they're going to make things worse or that it's not going to go anywhere. If you express to people around you that you're struggling and want help, need help, the people who truly care about you will respond in kind and will help you in whatever way they're able. Remember that you are not alone, and know that, especially once you get that little bit of help that's available to you, you are mentally capable enough to get through this and get back to being yourself. Cancer has pulled 2 of Swords in the bottom of the deck, the 5 of Pentacles, the inverted Knight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. Your Oracle card is discontent and boredom. I see through basically this entire reading that you have stagnated in some way. The 2 of Swords is a difficult decision or a stalemate of some kind. 5 of Pentacles, as with Gemini and Aries, is a loss or a lack. It is poverty. It is, in essence, being stuck because you're lacking something that you need to actually be able to fully take care of yourself, some sort of resource in particular. The inverted Knight of Wands is an impulsiveness, a recklessness, and anger of some kind. Page of Pentacles is the shining light here. It is dream, desire, and new opportunity. You in some way are stuck. You've stagnated. Something in your life that is affecting you emotionally and is draining you entirely has come to a screeching halt. It could be that something has ended and you don't know where to go next, so you've gone nowhere at all. It could just be that some opportunity or goal ended up not being what you expected and you ended up not finishing. It could be any number of ways that this manifests. But something's come to a halt and you are being heavily affected by this, particularly emotionally. Hence, anger and impulsiveness and recklessness and just a complete lack of energy. Try not to focus too hard on what was lost and what door is closed right now. Try to direct your focus, to recovering and getting back your energy and steadying out emotionally for now, but also focus on all of the new things that are ahead of you. Now that whatever has fallen away is out of the way. Focus on new opportunity. It's a common adage at this point, no matter what your culture or your faith, your beliefs, you've heard something along the lines of, when one door closes, another opens. Some sort of new beginning and new opportunity is right there on the other side of all of this. You're not going to be stagnant for long. Focus on all of the things that you wish to achieve. Focus on all of the new possibilities that are in front of you. And be in touch with yourself and with spirit, however that manifests for you, to help you decide which direction to go. And let yourself recover your energy before you try to go anywhere. Leo has pulled inverted 7 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Your main spread consists of Queen of Cups, inverted 7 of Wands, inverted 2 of Cups, and inverted Page of Pentacles. Your oracle cards, you had 2 jump, Rejoice in Celebration, and Power. The inverted 7 of Pentacles as your overarching theme, what's really going on with you right now, is work without result or a lack of reward, and perhaps even a bit of burnout or getting distracted. That's what it was, which can be a symptom of burnout. Somewhere in career, in financial situations, in something to do with material security and stability, you have put in work and gotten little, if anything, to show for it. And you're reeling from the effects of that. The Queen of Cups is a very powerful divine feminine energy. She is compassion, she is calm, she is comfort. She is the best, one of the best entities in the tarot for comforting you and consoling you and nurturing you emotionally. This could be a mother, this could be a sister, this could be qualities in yourself, someone who is particularly good at exhibiting compassion and calm and comfort and helping you work through emotional turmoil to feel more like yourself. The inverted Seven of Wands is a feeling of overwhelm and potentially wanting to give up on something because you're just so done with it, no confidence in it anymore, and just wanting to be done with it because you don't feel like you can do it anymore. Inverted Two of Cups, in some sort of relationship or emotional capacity, there's a breakdown of communication and some serious tension going on. The Page of Pentacles, inverted, daydreaming, impracticality, and laziness. Main tarot spread seems to mostly be telling me what you're dealing with now and one aspect of what you need in order to work through it and move forward. The oracle cards, I think, are also helping with the concepts of what you need to remember in order to move forward right now. This does seem to mostly be an emotional and a relationship sort of issue. It could be your relationship with work or some sort of goal you're trying to reach that is unhealthy, and that honestly, especially because of the pentacles being present, but with the rejoice and celebration, you essentially have 3 cards focusing on emotion and relationships. Yes, Brim. Madam. Rejoice and celebration is in essence the 3 of Cups, and it's letting you know that there is a time of merriment and celebration at hand right now. So even though you're struggling, there's something good right around the corner, and it could be that if you resolve this situation, this relationship, whatever it is, and move forward, you're going to be all the better for having done so, and that in turn will bring you to a place where you can contently and very happily focus on working on and doing the things that you love most, and that in turn will bring a lot of good things with it. The Power card is essentially the Strength card. You have the strength and the resolve in all aspects of yourself to deal with what life is trying to throw at you. You have survived everything life has thrown at you to this point, and that is no small feat. What's to say you cannot survive that which lies ahead? So I think perhaps a time of rest is needed here. Keep working toward your goal, but let yourself take your time and take a bit of a break in order to recenter and rebalance and maybe even reprioritize or place your focus in a slightly different spot. If you're not getting the results you saw that you would, is it because you're perhaps setting the bar too high? Or is it because your work is not being recognized for its worth? If you are feeling overwhelmed and lacking confidence, is it due to the words and actions of others regarding your work? Or again, are you setting the bar too high? The breakdown of communication here points me toward thinking that there is a disconnect between what you are doing and whether it's yourself or others, but the entity responsible for rewarding you for your work. Take a step back for however long you think you have time for. It's probably a bit more time than you realize, and recenter, refocus, reach out to this person that's the Queen of Cups and talk with them through your situation, or embody her yourself and be compassionate to yourself, be kind to yourself, because you are only human. It's okay to have rough patches every now and then, and remember that you have strength. And life won't continue to feel as crap as it does right now. There are so many good things waiting for you if you resolve this issue and this unhealthy relationship that you seem to have with work and probably with money right now. Virgo has pulled at the bottom of the deck the 8 of Pentacles. Your main spread consists of the inverted 4 of Swords, the inverted 10 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and your oracle card is Memories of Love. Virgo has been working very, very hard towards something, and you're being commended for that work and reminded to keep going. Diligence and determination are the big things to focus on right now. You need to buckle down, study, practice, and just keep working toward your goals, whatever they may be, no matter what things are thrown at you. That said, there are some unfortunate thoughts and mental issues going on with you as we have two swords. Both are in a very bad place. The inverted four of swords indicates a burnout and a restlessness. I think you are very, very eager for your results and perhaps have been pushing yourself a little too hard. You're not meant to stop working, but you can slow down a little bit and take things a little bit easier, I think. But more so, I think you need to be kinder to yourself mentally. You've not given yourself enough time to rest and recover from work when you're done with your day's work. You're so focused on getting things done that even if you stop for the day, mentally, you're still working and you're wearing yourself thin. The Ten of Swords, in a sort of different light, is some amount of betrayal or defeat. Somewhere along the way, something out of your control has sent you reeling, and you feel like a victim of circumstance a little bit. And however true that may be, you're not stuck here forever. The good news with the Ten of Swords is there's nowhere to go but up. Regardless of what happened and who's to blame for it, you do have the capability to climb back up from this point. Ten of Swords represents a rock bottom situation. You've reached the bottom, you've reached the low. Dust yourself off, recover from all of this, and start climbing back up to the top. Keep going. Do not give up. Queen of Cups, like with Leo, is a card of comfort, compassion, and calm. She is a strong, feminine, emotionally nurturing energy. This could be someone in your life who possesses these qualities, or this could be an aspect of yourself that you're meant to tap into. I think it's a little bit of both here. I think you need to be more compassionate to yourself and give yourself time to rest and recognize how far you've come in spite of falling to rock bottom again. You still did a lot before life itself threw you such an obstacle. You can do it again. If you did it once, you can do it again. And like with Leo, you have survived everything up to this point in your life, Virgo. What's to say you can't do it again and survive even more and even harder? I think you need to be more compassionate with yourself. And I think there is someone in your life who possesses these qualities and will help you to work through all of the emotions and will help you remember to take a break and to take care of yourself when you get too tired and a little too burned out. There are good things here. The Ten of Pentacles is your light at the end of the tunnel. You are building something very, very important. The Ten of Pentacles is legacy. It's a culmination. It's a fulfillment. And especially it is one to do with work and money and material security. In spite of these hiccups, amazing things are waiting for you. So just keep working. Don't kill yourself with how hard you work. The important thing is that you never give up. Memories of Love indicates a bit of nostalgia right now. This could just be you reminiscing on better times as a coping mechanism to deal with what you're dealing with right now. Likely there's also something that can be learned from these memories. There might even be someone from your past that you haven't seen in a while. A friend, acquaintance, colleague, a family member, whoever it might be, has come back into your life. And with this person coming back into your life and the two of you reconnecting and interacting, have perhaps had this resurgence of memories with this person or about the time when you last saw them, about the time that you had this person in your life. And these memories are meant to do one of two things, potentially both. They're either meant to reinstill in you the courage and determination to keep fighting for your goals, as you're meant to remember a younger you who was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and so excited to start working toward this goal that you have in front of you. Or you're meant to, with the distance of time looking back on this, see something new about these memories and learn something that is meant to help you here. Ultimately, this nostalgia is not a bad thing. Just be wary not to get so stuck in these memories and in remembering your past that you stagnate yourself and don't continue to move forward. You can come back from this. Take care of yourself, take breaks, let yourself rest. Don't give up on your goal. Keep working toward it. Even if all you do each day is one tiny thing, it is better than nothing. Find the balance. And don't give up. Libra has pulled at the bottom of the deck the Queen of Swords. Your main spread is the King of Wands, the Hermit, and the Eight of Wands inverted. Your oracle cards are Transformation and Rejoice in Celebration. Libra, I think you're in a pretty good spot, actually, for the most part. So the Queen of Swords being your theme here at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Swords is like the Queen of Cups in the previous two readings. She's a very strong feminine sort of energy, but she's also complex, perceptive, and clear of mind. Swords, remember, is the suit of logic, the suit of mind, the suit of air. This is your suit, Libra. With that, they have everything to do with how you think and how you speak, and everything to do with your mental situation. She is reminding you of and commending you for your ability to embody her qualities. You are capable of complex thought and working through it. You are capable of being highly perceptive, and you are capable of working through things with very, very clear mind. The King of Wands, likewise, is, again, commending you for, or urging you to embody his qualities. King of Wands, typically a masculine energy. He is a leader. He is great at looking at the big picture, and he can overcome all challenges that are set before him. These two cards are reminding you of qualities you have within yourself, or that you need to nurture within yourself in order to get through this next period of time and everything that comes at you within this time. The Hermit is a card of contemplation and inner truth and solitude. He is reminding you that for a lot of the answers of how to navigate life, you must look within. He further emphasizes that the Queen of Swords and King of Wands are telling you you have the capacity for their qualities within yourself. You can and should look to yourself to ultimately determine what is the best step forward. What is the best way to handle a situation? What is the best way to overcome an obstacle or a challenge? And it's poignant as the inverted Eight of Wands warns you that you are actually going to be dealing with some delays and some obstacles that you perhaps have not foreseen. You can know at any given point in time that there's going to be obstacles that come up. You might not be able to plan for the specific obstacles, but no matter what they are, you can get past them. That's everything these three are telling you. Part of those obstacles, you do have the transformation card, which in the Psychic Tarot Oracle is lined up with the Death card of the Standard Tarot. Some sort of significant change is likely to occur in your near future. And while you might not be able to foresee the specific change and its results, you have everything at your disposal within yourself to deal with that. This change is probably going to be ultimately for the better, because we do also have rejoice and celebration. Like with Leo, this is a card that tells you that merriment and celebration are on your horizon. You are working toward a time where you will be able to focus wholeheartedly on doing all of the things you love and engaging in all of your passions and being happy and content in them, and probably spending a lot of time with all the people who love you and whom you love, rejoicing in each other and in each other's successes. Turn to yourself, trust in yourself, know that you are capable, Libra. All obstacles you encounter moving forward will be no match for your mind and your strength. Scorpio has pulled for the bottom of the deck the Ten of Swords. Your main spread consists of the inverted moon. Hi, Jenny. Oh, no, you're Luna. Hi, Luna. The inverted sun, the inverted Nine of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Your oracle card is positive movement forward. Scorpio is very much feeling this Ten of Swords rock bottom. Some sort of betrayal or defeat has occurred for you, Scorpio. You're feeling it hardcore. The inverted moon is fear and confusion and misinterpretation. The inverted sun is depression and negativity. Inverted Nine of Wands is burnout and exhaustion and fatigue. This Ten of Swords, this betrayal and or this defeat has hit you, stop it, so hard that you are reeling, wholly mind, body, and spirit right now. And it's gonna take some time to come back out of this, but know that with the Ten of Swords, it means that there's nowhere to go but up. Things cannot get any worse than they are right now. Hold on to that hope that things can only get better from here. And this is further emphasized with the positive movement forward card. You have every skill, all of the knowledge, and every capacity to kickstart your journey forward again when you are ready. You also don't need to do it alone. Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork and collaboration and building. There are others around you who are capable of helping and whom you should turn to and work with to see whatever you were working toward to its completion, or make it better on this next try. Please stop. I love you, but I can't just sit here and pet you. So Scorpio, your focus right now is recovering from this rock bottom, and as part of doing so, finding the people to work with to help you out of this situation, and knowing full well that no matter how many people help you, no matter who those people are, no matter what they help you with, you have the power to send yourself forward again and build out of this situation. Sagittarius has pulled the inverted Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords, the World, and the inverted Hanged Man. Your oracle cards are Balance and Light. So Ten of Swords, right off the bat, as with Virgo and Scorpio, Sagittarius has hit a rock bottom somewhere. The Knight of Pentacles, being the bottom card, signifies a theme of laziness or obsessiveness, or working without reward in some way. I'm thinking, based on the other cards, that it's leaning more toward that last one, that you have worked hard for something and gotten very little, if any, reward out of it. And the fact that the reward is not what you were promised is part of this betrayal or this defeat. You've worked hard for literally nothing. That said, you are finished with whatever you were doing. Though you did not get the reward you were supposed to, if you got any reward at all, you are finished with that work. And having done it is still something that you can be proud of, but clearly there's been an unnecessary sacrifice, as implied by the inverted Hanged Man. There's probably a bit of an element of you having obsessed over this work and worked way too hard for it. The Balance card and the Light card are Justice and the Sun, respectively. They are meant to be your light of this tunnel, if you will. Balance is reminding you that all actions have consequences, and you having worked hard for this reward, even though you did not get the reward you were supposed to, there is still a reward and a benefit to you that will prove itself or will manifest at some point in the relatively near future. Those that did you wrong by not giving you what they said they would, or implying you would get more, implying you would get anything, whatever the case may be, those who did you wrong will receive the consequences of their actions as well. There is nothing more to do in this situation other than accepting the outcome and the lessons you have learned, being proud of yourself for getting the work done and completing this path, taking solace in the fact that the universe will resolve anything left of this situation, and there's happiness and light waiting for you on the other side. So take solace in the light that waits ahead of you right now, Sagittarius. Know that all will be well in time. Be proud of yourself and take a well-deserved break. Capricorn, your bottom card is the inverted Ace of Swords, and your main spread, the inverted Six of Swords, the inverted King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Your oracle card is Mental Conflict. Clearly, Capricorn has a mental dilemma going on. Mental conflict outright states you are facing a very difficult decision right now, and you already know it's a difficult decision. You are just kind of dealing with all of the pressure that you are probably facing to make a decision. It reminds you that you have the strength and the courage and the power to consider all the aspects of it and make what is ultimately the best possible decision for everyone involved. But I can tell you're stressed. The inverted Ace of Swords as your theme here points to confusion, I think brutality, or some amount of chaos. I think part of what's going on here is you have this decision to make, but you are missing information. That is perhaps part of why you've not made the decision yet and not quite settled on one particular option. Inverted Six of Swords says there's some sort of unresolved aspect of all of this, some sort of emotional baggage, or otherwise something causing you to resist a transition. There's some sort of change or transition that you are meant to make at this time in your life, and you've been hesitant to actually do so. Whatever it is, know that you will ultimately be better in the long run for having made this transition. Whether it's moving out of an unsafe home, or taking a job in a scary new city, or whatever it might be, where you currently are is ultimately not healthy for you anymore in some way. Either because it's just literally physically dangerous for you, or because it is stunting growth that you otherwise would have explode once you are in a better environment to do so. So we're resisting change and we're not resolving certain things. We're not seeking necessary closure. Inverted King of Swords, similar to the inverted Ace, is a card of manipulation, cruelty, and criticism. The King of Swords is a card of selfishness and using the mind, the wit, and the words for selfish purposes rather than thinking about anybody else involved. The Queen of Swords, as a juxtaposition here, is someone of complexity, of perceptiveness, and of clear mind. She is very strong of mind. The inverted King of Swords has used his mental abilities for the wrong reasons. I think this decision has you nervous, and I think because you are lacking information and you are confused and maybe a little bit scared, you are resisting making a decision at all. I think that's what is going on here. Because mental conflict also points to a bit of a stagnation and a reluctance to move forward. And the King of Swords ultimately it's either someone else involved who's putting extra pressure on you to make this decision, or it is summing up some of how you perhaps mentally have reacted to the pressure of this decision. I have a cat growling at a puppy. I think you need to remember, Capricorn, whatever this decision is and whatever this transition it will kick off, you will be better in the end for having gone through it, and you will be stronger for having survived it. And it's clearly a heavy decision, but an important one. Weigh all aspects of it. If you are missing information, do what you can to find it. But remember, via the Queen of Swords and mental conflict, you are fully capable of making what proves to be the best decision for yourself and for anyone else that is involved. Aquarius has pulled the inverted Eight of Swords as your bottom card, the inverted Hermit, the Two of Wands, the inverted Knight of Swords, and Passion Ignited is your oracle. Inverted Eight of Swords says that you have a new sense of freedom and personal power and a new perspective. And you've now realized just how much power you have over your own situation and the changes and improvements that could be made because of your own power and your own capacity within this. The inverted Hermit does point to some isolation and a sense of you having lost your way, and the Knight of Swords also confirms this by indicating that you're kind of directionless and you've got all this energy and all of these ideas, but you haven't quite found a set direction for all of it. This is where the Two of Wands comes in. Two of Wands is planning and discovery. Now is a time for you to lay out a plan for what you want to do and how you want to move forward with this situation and this part of your life. And Passion Ignited has a very similar energy here in that right now is the time for you to let your soul and your mind just wander and soar and really, really focus on the things you love and the things you most want to do, and pick a direction, make a solid plan, and go for it. Best of luck, Aquarius. Pisces has pulled the Magician as the bottom card, the inverted Eight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and fertility is your oracle. The Magician, as your theme, reminds you that you have all within yourself to achieve the goals and dreams that you have set forth for yourself. With that in mind, the Eight of Cups inverted and the Eight of Swords upright both signify that you have a feeling of being stuck, being trapped, and a fear of the unknown or of some kind of loss. Most of what's holding you back right now, Pisces, are your own beliefs. You're so afraid of what lies beyond your comfort zone and so afraid of losing anything along the way that you feel as though you can't move on because you can't bear to deal with what you don't know is ahead. But the Magician contradicts this. You have all the power within you, and you've merely forgotten. No matter the obstacle, you can overcome it. If any loss occurs, you have the strength to stomach it and endure without it. And even if you do get stuck here and there along the way, you have the mind and the strength to climb past or think around any obstacle that causes you to get stuck. The Ace of Cups points to new beginnings, creativity, perhaps even new love, a new relationship of some kind. The fertility card is tied to the Empress, but I think here it is your own innate fertility, your creative fertility, your mental fertility. Ace of Cups, the Magician, fertility are all reminding you that you are fully capable of all that life will throw at you in the near future and beyond. As I've said in several other readings at this point, you have survived everything in your life up to this point. Why do you suddenly think you cannot survive anything else? With Pisces complete, that makes our 12 Ostara Horoscope Tarot readings. I hope you have found much needed guidance or comfort in at least one of the readings herein, and I wish you the best through the season of Ostara, and we'll see you again at Bieltana in May. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, you know all of the ways and places where you can show your love to me. Check the cards and the links below for other tarot content and portals to other social planes. Again, I do have a poll to vote for how we celebrate my first 100 subscribers here on YouTube on my Patreon page. If you would like to vote on that, please consider becoming a patron at my $5 incense level or above. You have until April 1st to cast your vote. Thank you again. Stay tuned for more Walt Disney World vlogs, followed by, I think, my Alice Pestle build, which is exciting that I'm finally editing that one. And keep aiming, my loves. Mwah. Happy Ostara!